Good morning everyone and welcome to Obertiliach in Austria, and to our supporters from home in Australia, good evening once again. Less than 24 hours ago we celebrated our power snowboard team in Lenk in Switzerland. Today we gather for something equally significant and in many ways historic. I'm Ben Troy, chef de mission of the Australian Paralympic Winter Team for Milano Cortina 2026, and it's my absolute privilege to be here today to announce our Para-Nordic squad. Once again, this ceremony is being live streamed on YouTube, allowing family, friends and supporters from across Australia to share this moment. Thank you to you all joining us here in person and online as we write an exciting new chapter for Australian Paralympic winter sport. On behalf of Paralympics Australia, I would like to sincerely thank the people and organisations who have made this announcement possible. In particular, Biathlon Australia and Snow Australia, the national sport organisations overseeing elite winter para sport in Australia. The Para-Nordic high performance coaches and staff, the federal government, and especially our very supportive Minister for Sport, the Honourable Annika Wells MP, the Australian Sports Commission and Australian Institute of Sport, and of course, Paralympics Australia wonderful corporate partners and donors whose support is so critical to enable us to deliver this team to each and every Paralympic Games. The pathway to qualifying in Para-Nordic sport is one of the toughest in the winter Paralympic landscape. Your investment, belief and partnership has helped Paralympics Australia and these athletes create this landmark moment. Today, together we are making a powerful return to the Paralympic stage. At Milano Cortina 2026, Australia will be represented in Biathlon at the Paralympic Winter Games for the first time in 20 years. The last time we had an Australian biathlete on the Paralympic stage was James Miller at Torino in 2006. And in para cross-country skiing, Australia has not featured since the Vancouver 2010 Winter Paralympics, where James Miller and Dominic Moneypenny proudly represented our nation. This is a generation where Australia has not featured on the biggest stage. Today, that changes. The Para-Nordic disciplines are notoriously challenging and difficult to qualify in, especially amid the ever-rising global standards of Paralympic competition. Yet, here we are, Australia is back, and our presence will be strong. So, without further ado, it is now my great honour to announce the athletes selected in Para-Biathlon and Para-Cross Country for Milano Cortina 2026. In keeping with our Paralympic team tradition, today we will present each athlete and guide with a symbolic Qantas boarding pass, with thanks to our valued partner, Qantas. In alphabetical order, Matt Brumby, competing in Para-Cross Country and Para-Biathlon. Here is your Qantas boarding pass.
Thank you, Ben.
Well done.
Thank you. It's the big one. Can I keep it?
Yes. Taryn Dickens, guided by Lynn Marie in Para-Biathlon and Para-Cross Country. Here is both of your Qantas boarding pass.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
Sorry, I've got to stand on the back of his ski.
Well done. Dave Milne in Para-Cross Country and Para-Biathlon. Here is your Qantas boarding pass.
Yeah, no.
Congratulations. And Lauren Parker in Para-Cross Country and Para-Biathlon. Here is your Qantas boarding pass. Congratulations to our Para-Nordic squad. Today is a moment to celebrate, to reflect on the years of preparation, the kilometres skied, the hours on the range, the early mornings in alpine cold, that belief that carried you through to qualification. You are restoring Australia's presence in Para-Biathlon after 2 decades and returning us to cross-country trails after 16 years. That is significant. Paralympics Australia is incredibly proud of you. To your family and support teams, we also thank you. To Biathlon Australia and Snow Australia, the high performance staff, the federal government, Minister Annika Wells, the Australian Sports Commission, the AIS and our valued corporate partners, thank you for your belief and partnership. Now, before we conclude, I just wanted to take an opportunity to check in with our newest Paralympian, Taryn, to see how she's feeling being selected to the Paralympic team. You just hold this, just hold it.
Hold it.
Yes. Just talk, you'll be good.
I'll be all right. You sure? Okay. No, thanks, Ben, and thank you to my two newest big brothers, and thanks to Lauren for coming on board. It's been a long 3 years, but we're all very, very excited to turn up next week and give it our best crack. And Lynn, who's my ski wife and best friend on the snow, wouldn't have done it without her and her family. And to my lovely wife, Dee, who's done everything for me in the last 3 years. It's very exciting for the whole family. And yeah, to everyday Australians at home too, like we're just proof here right now that everyday Australians can start something and a couple of years later kick it on and do really well. So the sky's the limit, guys.
Thank you, Taryn. Well, Milano Cortina awaits. The tracks are groomed, the targets are set. And Australia is back in Paranordic sport. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our Paranordic team for the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games. We can't wait to see you represent our nation with pride in just a few days, as you said, Taryn. That now concludes this announcement. Thank you for joining us. And we have one more to go. We now look to head to Dobbiaco in Italy to announce our para-alpine team, same time tomorrow. We look to seeing everyone again online then to celebrate that moment. Thank you, everyone.